In the video Cleaning Up Bad Science, there are many different reasons and falsifications and fabrications as to why science is bad. Fiona Godley and Yvonne Ransky are two scientists that have argued many different beliefs and theories based on what they have looked into. They both started as doctors and they have worked their way up through many scientific methodologies. And one thing I can agree on is that they both argue that science has mistakes, but the reason science can be cleaned up is because we can look into those mistakes and correct the problems as needed. Another problem I agree with in the film is that Yvonne Ransky argues that bad research can lead to bad science. And I agree with this because not all research is very credible, such as the sources where they get the information from. And that's why you have to test the research out through many different steps to be able to see what is true or not. Bad science, for example, many scientists have argued that vaccines have led to many different disease outbreaks, such as measles and autism. Although this can be proved, it is a widely held belief that this is not the main reason why these diseases get started, as vaccines are mainly on the earth to be able to protect people and keep them from receiving these diseases. The ability for bad science to occur is also because of the scientific community around and the information that is brought in to the scientific community as well. Another reason as to why bad science needs to be cleaned up is that the work of these researchers and scientists needs to be looked into, as there could be many different spelling errors and research mistakes into these clarifications and hypotheses. The scientist Jeffrey Beall also states that there can be many different reputations that can come from bad science. Whether it is good or bad, it is based on the scientist to be able to determine what can be clarified and what can't be. My opinion on bad science is that at some point science is going to have to be cleaned up no matter what the issue or problem is. I also agree that there are many different reasons as to why bad science occurs, such as commercial interventions and events where many different scientists and communities gather together and share data and their ideas that may or may not be real or true to a certain extent. Another reason as to why bad science occurs and to help clean it up is that the problems need to be called out and the people responsible for those problems need to be held accountable and make sure they clean up their mistakes. I think one of the reasons why bad science occurs is because of the scientific community and the many different held opinions and beliefs within the community. I think that also can agree and lead to bad science. But just like in every other aspect of life, I think bad science can be cleaned up along with many others. There are many different reasons. Also, to my point, is that the academics may not be held to a certain standard. The information may not be the best. And the scientists conducting these information, such as Beall and Ransky and others, need to be held for accountable if their information is right or wrong.